Okay guys, it's main event player time, which can only mean one thing. That's right, Brodus Clay is going one-on-one with the Phenom The Undertaker in episode 7 of this Defeat the Streak series. As you can see, Brodus making his way to the ring right now, accompanied by the Funkadactyls. So they've managed to put their differences aside for this big main event and Brodus Clay's big moment here in the WWE as he takes on The Undertaker right here tonight. So will Brodus Clay be able to do what 6 competitors have not been able to do in this series in the past, and that's take The Undertaker's streak? Well, speaking of the Phenom, here he comes. He's making his presence felt right about now, and it's almost like a home away from home for The Undertaker as he makes his entrance here at this WrestleMania arena. As you can see guys, I put it in the WrestleMania 30 arena. It's highly unlikely that Brodus Clay will ever get a shot at the streak. But what I would like, as Brodus Clay has developed this new heel persona, is for WWE to at least acknowledge and push Brodus Clay from this change. Because I have to admit, I quite like Brodus Clay. I do think he is a monster, but he just needs to be marketed right. So here we go. It is main event player time, as I said. Brodus Clay versus The Undertaker, defeat the streak, and Brodus Clay kicking things off with some right hands to The Undertaker. But the Phenom coming back straight away with a strong reversal and a DDT driving down Brodus Clay. If Brodus Clay ever wanted to show what he's made of, it will be tonight against The Undertaker. And if he wants to be proven as a main event player, as he keeps calling himself, then he needs to stand up to the test tonight and try and defeat the streak. A body slam by Clay. Oh, and now a bit of posing. This is not the time to get cocky, Brodus. You've got to focus on the task at hand. Now, the reason why I picked Brodus in episode 7 was purely because he's actually gained this heel persona recently. And Brodus, I just told you, you need to focus on the task at hand. Stop posing and deal with The Undertaker. He's not listening. Brodus Clay posing and almost like he's trying to embarrass The Undertaker, and that's a big mistake if that's his tactics tonight, because that is not going to go down well. Brodus managing to reverse it and buy him some time, but again, posing, taunting, trying to humiliate The Undertaker in his own stomping ground. That's not right. And I do fear that if he keeps this up, it's going to end in a bad way for Brodus Clay, and that rhymes. But back to what I was saying, the reason why I did pick Brodus for episode 7 is because he has developed this heel persona, and as I say, I'm hoping that WWE want to market him and push him from this. If I had my option and the way I would do it, I would keep the Funkasaurus, but as he builds this heel persona, it gets a lot more calculated, and you know, he can still do all the Funkasaurus poses, and he can still be cocky, and he can still dress ridiculously with his hat and his Adidas tracksuits. But, you know, I want him to do all this, but I want him to be a badass as well, a monster in the ring. Just like when he started, he was taking people out and he was kicking ass and taking names. He doesn't do that anymore. He just become a bit of a laughing stock. I like the fact that they're playing on this main event player, but I would like them to actually utilise him once. If they can get him into a really good heel gimmick, to actually utilise him as a main event player if they can market it right. Because he deserves a moment if he's going to be billed on that. That's what he's calling himself. So anyway, back to the action, and they tie up here. Taker so far still, I would say, not really had any control in this match. It's all been back and forth between Brodus and Taker so far. But Taker now drilling the elbows down into the back of Brodus Clay. We've seen that in the past. We've seen that tactic used against the likes of Robocop and Sting in the previous episodes. But Brodus Clay handling it well. He's a big guy, so it's going to take a lot. Oh, and Brodus going for the signature. Oh, throwing The Undertaker across the ring. And is he going to be able to hit his finisher here? He's lining it up, the big splash. Oh, and he pins him. 1, 2. Oh, Taker just getting his shoulder up there. Just finding a way out. And then Taker with a reversal, and now Taker trying to get the momentum. Choke slam out of nowhere. Boom, drives him down. It was almost like that was a wake-up call for the Phenom. Is this it? 1, 2. Oh, Brodus Clay kicking out the choke slam. Oh dear. But it is the beginning of the end, surely, for Brodus Clay, as a tombstone is nailed. Is that all she wrote? 1, 2. Oh, Clay kicking out. Well, if you wanted to be considered a main event player, Brodus Clay is showing those credentials at the moment, kicking out of a chokeslam and a tombstone. That is pretty impressive, I have to admit. And Clay now beginning to try and get back into this. Can he do it? Taker has seemingly gone up a gear, though, you have to admit. And you just feel that the momentum is fully with the Undertaker right about now. Oh, driving the fist to the back. Clay's got to recover somehow. He's got to buy himself some time. Maybe he needs to duck out the ring or do something to stop this. And Taker pins again. 1, 2. Kick out again from Brodus Clay. And Taker becoming really calculated. Pinfalls, submission holds, sleeper applied. Is this good night? Is he going to put Brodus Clay to sleep here in episode 7? Brodus Clay fighting back and driving the jaw down into that big head of Brodus Clay. And we've seen Brodus Clay use that before, that headbutt that he used to use. Very effective maneuver from Brodus Clay. Taker just absolutely relentless in this match. And he's got another signature now. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh, a second chokeslam. Driving Brodus Clay into the mat. That is got to be all. Funkasaurus is done. Oh, he kicked straight out. Oh my god. Another tombstone. Oh my goodness. This is it. Has he just extinct the Funkasaurus? 1, 2. No. Brodus Clay fights on. 2 tombstones, 2 chokeslams, and still the Funkasaurus survives. What is it going to take to put away Brodus Clay? Oh, Brodus trying to reverse things, but he can't. And a sleeper. Oh my goodness. Is this too much for Brodus Clay? That's it. Brodus Clay reaches breaking point and the bell is rung. And the Undertaker is victorious in episode 7. But what an effort from Brodus Clay. What a fight. What a match. Brodus Clay giving it his all. And you have to admit, the main event player did show potential credentials of being exactly that. What a match. The Undertaker is victorious in this episode 7. But you got to give Brodus Clay some credit. Somebody call his mama, because he definitely needs some help out from the ring right about now. But nevertheless, the Undertaker's victorious. Who will be next in this Defeat the Streak series? Well, stay tuned for the next episode. And until that time, please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski signing out.